Chefs, for our vegan Parmesan cheese, while it is a cheese, it's so versatile. That's why it's in this course. We talk about it in the cheese class. It's in so many of our recipes that I wanted to show you how to make it today. And it's a little bit different because this, while it's a cheese, we actually almost utilize it like a spice. That's right. We use it so commonly after pepper and salt. It's one of the most common things probably used like spice in the vegan kitchen. And it only takes 3 ingredients. That's right. So first of all, we do have almond flour. Now I happen to have one here that actually has just a teeny weeny bit of almond skin in it. So I do recommend that you get it without the almond skin if you can, but right where I am, I couldn't find it. If you can't, don't worry about it. For number one, the reason is that Parmesan cheese doesn't really have that brown color. It's not flaked or flecked. Number two, there's a little bit of a different flavor and taste with that skin, but don't be worried. Also here I have some nutritional yeast. Now these do vary around the world. They vary in color and texture and definitely in flavor. So keep experimenting. I've had students that have said, oh, mine's too yellow. Don't worry about it. Just find one that you like, find one that the taste fits your fancy and use that. Make sure you remember where you bought it. So the last but not least, I do have just some salt here. I have some sea salt. And look, salts do vary by saltiness around the world. So that's why in the recipe, there's a little bit of a wiggle room in terms of the amount. So I'm just gonna gently combine all of these. You can do this in a food processor, or you can do it in a blender, but I'm just gonna do it by hand and mix all of these. Now, when you are using this Parmesan cheese, like I mentioned, it is so popular and you can use it literally on so many dishes, but it does have a shorter shelf life than most spices. So please be aware that it's going to go off or spoil quicker. So I do recommend either storing it in the refrigerator or really watching it and changing it out very regularly. So you can store it in a glass container or plastic. If you have a shaker, like a spice shaker, you can use an old one and clean it out, or you can have like a decorative one like this. You could actually put the Parmesan cheese in here, fill it up, and then see it has the holes on the top, and then you can just shake it out like you would salt or pepper. So these holes are big enough. If you want, you could grind them a little smaller, but it comes out, it's fantastic. Or last but not least, and also an easy way, I often make it in large batches, and then I'll put it in a plastic bag or plastic container, and I keep it in the freezer. That's why I make a large batch, and I always have some available in the refrigerator. The almond meal is great in the freezer, and then I can pull it out as I need it. So then just pop a label on it, remember what it is. I always recommend putting the date on it, so maybe get one of those permanent markers right on there. Parmesan cheese, pop it in the freezer or the refrigerator, and you're good to go.